The Interactive Resource Center began as one of the strategies for the 10-year plan to end homelessness that Guilford County adopted in 2007.
Well, the original 10-year plan to end chronic homelessness in Guilford County had one provision in it, and that was for the establishment of a day resource center for homeless people.
And Councilmember Diane Bellamy Small got involved in that task force and really provided the leadership and the energy to get it moving.
The task force included people from the business community, from the faith community, government officials, homeless people, community volunteers like myself. There were some meetings held by homeless people and in many cases facilitated by homeless people that generated a wish list of the things that homeless people said they needed in their lives that they weren't finding in Greensboro. And we took that list and we developed a program around it, and then found ourselves with a wonderful program and no place to apply it because there was not yet facilities for it.
We just decided to start with nothing. All of us as a group made phone calls and contacts, and out of that came enough funds to operate through March of 2009. We found a church, Bessemer United Methodist Church, who let us use some of their classrooms. And we just began.
The vision was to get something started so that we could cooperate with the Partners to End Homelessness, who have been a terrific help to us, and also with Greensboro Urban Ministry and the other agencies that are part of the Homeless Prevention Coalition.
We have filed for and received a tax-exempt status from the federal government. We also classified as a public charity.
We need to set a precedent not only to the city of Greensboro, but to the United States, to the nation in general, that homeless is a terrible epidemic.
Mike Aiken, who's the director of urban ministry, put it as eloquently as anybody could. He said, we're facing a disaster of hurricane proportions.
Folks like Urban Ministries and the Salvation Army reach out to these folks and provide accommodations for them overnight, as do the churches. Witness our program this last winter when many churches stepped forward. But none of those organizations have the capacity to accommodate these folks during the day. And so, in a sense, and in a kind of a perverse way, we solve the homelessness problem and then recreate it every morning.
I've run into families now with little children that can't find housing. That is the most hurtful thing for me, is to sit with a mother in front of me and tell me that she don't have anywhere to go for her child and herself to go.
I don't think unless you've experienced it you can fully understand how much of a disconnect being homeless means to an individual. I mean, they really do lose in many tangible ways their connection with the community.
I don't know if God was looking out for me one day or not, but I was going through a really difficult situation, and this lady came out of nowhere. She said, honey, she said, just remember, just because you're homeless doesn't mean you're helpless. And that really stuck. That statement really said a lot. Let me go back over to the Interactive Resource Center and just show my face. And that's where I got incorporated into being a volunteer here at the Interactive Resource Center.
When I think of the word homeless, it's displaced. And lots of times, some of my volunteers may come in as well on the inside a little bit displaced. So when they come here to the IRC, it's their home, their sanctuary, just like the guests. So whatever we're giving to the guests is what they're also getting as well, which is motivation, inspiration, education. They're getting love, compassion, understanding. They're getting so much more than what, it's not even monetary what they're getting, it's more for the soul.
The IRC is definitely a melting pot. You have a melting pot between those who want and those who have what they want, which means that everybody's open to providing resources for everybody. Nobody wants to get ahead of another person. Everybody wants to uplift each other, and it's wonderful to see.
This is not about us getting a bunch of stuff together and handing it to somebody else. This is about helping our partner clients do for themselves what they ultimately want and are perfectly capable of doing.
People need to understand that We are a resource center. Yes, we have a lot of things here that we can provide to you, but there's also a lot of things outside of here that we can give to you also to use to help you with what you need.
Well, the people that come here, they have so many skills and different talents. We have people with music abilities, we have arts and crafts, we have the life skills, we have job skills, we have Bible study. Everybody has something that they can bring in and teach, and everybody has the opportunity to learn. And I figure the more people that come and get involved with our situation here, the more opportunity the clients have to learn more new ideas.
I found a love and a passion for going out and taking individuals who have somewhat limited educational backgrounds, somewhat limited work experience, ex-offenders, and getting them ready for the job market.
We assist people with job skills, interviewing skills, getting the appropriate clothes, making sure that the men have their hair cut, the women's, they get their hair cut also.
So we try to teach them the correct way to fill out an application, to fill out a resume, how to separate yourself from the other individual when you're being interviewed, the things that you need to do that the others won't do, because you need a leg up.
I was a general contractor at one time before the economy went down and I had an accident, but now things are picking back up, and through the Resource Center I've found employment, found friends, I have housing now that I didn't have, so I'm very appreciative of it.
I see progress and transformation, and it's very exciting to see people's personalities go from hum and drum to what can I do now to make my day more productive.
Walking into that door, they're looking for hope. And when they get there, they find that they can make a change in their lives. They find that there is a place where they can go for help, even if they just need to wash their clothes or take a shower.
We're also very humbled because so many stories have evolved about how things have happened to help the project, and not us, but help the clients that we serve, and that's really the important thing.
It's very important getting involved because actually it did help my self-esteem. I think when you are in a crisis or a discouraging situation like I was in, the best thing you can do is offer yourself and offer your own help to other people, because one, it shows you that you're not the only one and that there's many other people out here that are dealing with the same thing.
Now before I was working, I really didn't have that satisfaction when I come home at night, but when I help people, it feels like I'm giving back to the community, and when I see the results of what this place does, it's just astounding. It's really changed my whole life.
And while you're helping to help someone else or build someone else up, you always seem to help yourself in the long run.
What we want to do is to help the client get the training, the skills, the things that they need, the rest that they need to pick themselves back up and become a contributing member of society.
If you are an owner, operator of a company, if you would give us the opportunity to recommend someone to you for employment, 1 position, 2 position, entry level, we're just looking to get our foot in the door and say, hey, look at us. We've got some great people here. We've got them trained. We see how they go through the class. Are they responsible? Do they do their homework? Are they on time? We have them volunteer. How do they deal with other people? Do they have people skills? And if they do, then these are people that we want to find jobs and recommend to employers.
That we've had terrific support from the Community Foundation, from the City of Greensboro, from, as I said, urban ministry, from area churches have been a terrific help.
When the community answers back to work together to make that impact a positive one, it makes us what we are today.
What it's going to take going forward is going to be capital funding.
The faith community has been enormously generous already in addressing some of the needs of the homeless population, and we hope that we can count on them for continued support and partnership.
And hopefully we can create a broad base of support for funding and a broad base of support for volunteers.
So the future looks very bright, and we're excited about it.
This is a perfect fit for something that we have, something that we're either going to sell or we're going to donate. Let's start the conversation and see whether there's interest in the building as we thought, and I think it's been proved out by the folks who were involved in the project early on. They were very excited about the building. They understood that the location was great for the population that they were looking to serve.
And our vision is to move into our new building in Washington Street with a day center that has all of the resources that homeless and actually near homeless people need to come in and use on a daily basis.
So we'll be able to serve more people, and we assume that we will see many more people, and the more people we see, the more we can get to the heart of the problem and the more lives we can change.
So all I see is growth, 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 good growth. It's helping these homeless people to get a hook on life, get a job, get out there, be somebody. That's what it's all about.
I would like to see the RRC put a focal point, not only for Greensboro, not only for the Carolinas, but actually, for the whole United States, that we be the model, our facility be the model, so that we can eliminate the problem of not only homelessness, but potential homelessness as well.
We could offer all the services in the world down here, but if we can give them a job, they won't be back here.
If we are here for 15 years, wonderful, but our goal is to basically work ourselves out of business, definitely allow our community to become self-sufficient.